And we are live. Hello everyone, this is My Two Cents. Welcome back to my channel. I apologize for my lengthy tardiness. I've been in the process of moving over the past couple weeks, and it has left me with very little time to work on my channel. That being said, finally managed to get time for a stream in, so we're going to just do a Pokemon Hangout stream tonight. But before we get to that, it's been a while since I have given a shout out to my longtime friend and patron, the Dark Conservatarian. Thank you to him for his continued support of my channel. Now please help him out by subscribing to his main channel and his entertainment channel. We're going to start this stream off by watching the promotional for his
Hello everybody, it is the Dark Conservatarian, and I'd like to thank My Two Cents for allowing me the opportunity on his channel to promote my second channel, DarkCon Entertainment. Here I do gaming streams, gaming highlights, hangout streams, response streams, showcases of my comic project, and the occasional movie review. If this is something that interests you, then I highly welcome you to come check it out. I highly recommend starting off with my Ratchet & Clank movie review, Mind the Off-Balance audio that just recently got unblocked from the copyright block it had originally, and so now it's hurting in the algorithm. Also, for all of you who have already checked out my main channel and subscribed, be sure to check that you're still subbed, because it's suspected and even proven that YouTube is automatically unsubscribing people from my main channel without them knowing. Hope to see you all later, and God bless.
As always, thank you to the Dark Conservatarian. He's been a great supporter and friend, and help him out by subscribing to his main channel and his entertainment channel, both of which will be linked in the description as soon as this stream is over. With that being said, let's get on to Pokemon, hanging out and discussing whatever it is y'all want to discuss.
So, you guys hear that Pokemon Pearl, Diamond and Pearl getting remakes?
Yes, I did, as a matter of fact, and I am pretty excited.
At first, I thought it was a joke, but then I actually had time to go look into it. Like I said, I've been busy, so that's kind of been on the back burner. In fact, I haven't even finished a video I've been working on yet.
Night Shift, hello.
Oh my God, hello. Hey, what's
Holy
up?
crap, how you doing?
Hey, Night Shift, long time no see.
Oh yeah, really? That's what I was gonna say. Long time no see, guys. It's been way too long. Whew.
How you been, man?
Oh, excellent. Yourselves?
I
busy.
could be better, but
Better.
I could be worse.
Geez. Yeah, no, My Two Cents, you've been busy. You've been moving, dude.
I have been moving, and it has been occupying all my time.
Yeah.
But hey, we're here for a stream now. So I see JC Armitage and Blue Shark 50 have joined us in the chat. Hello to both of you.
All right.
All right, for those who, it's been a while since we've done one of these streams. We're trying to beat Misty in Pokemon Radical Red, and she is insanely hard. So I'm going to give it one go, and then if we fail, we'll go ahead and move on to other stuff. But
This kind of, I'm sorry, every time I see Misty in Fire Red, since this game is based off Fire Red, I just get flashbacks to the hard time I had with her. My Pikachu keeps fainting.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
yeah, well, this Frogadier of hers is invincible. I'm pretty sure, because it keeps changing its type, and it has...
Punch it. Just keep punching it. Get it.
There's got to be something it's weak to.
Well, right now it's an ice type, so Machop will be strong. It will be weak to Machop, but the question is, can Machop kill it fast enough?
Nope.
Oh,
Unfortunately.
Come on.
JC Armitage says he's not quite sold on the Pokemon Diamond Pearl remakes art style, though. Which, you know, I've noticed ever since the Switch games came out, there are a lot that have been complaining about the art.
It's Nintendo. They're not going to be the best at art. I'll take that
Yeah,
back.
it
Smash
looks
Brothers tend to be pretty good.
Looks like we are going to lose this one.
Damn.
Brutal.
Good old Frogadier General there.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you use like a Thunderball.
At least Quick Attack goes first, but it's not going to do much damage.
Damn.
Yeah.
Radical Red lived up to its promise. It is insanely harder than any other Pokemon game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what? I just realized something. Frogadier,
He's
by killing
paralyzed.
Pikachu, is paralyzed, which means the next time we try this, maybe we should put Pikachu up front.
Yeah.
I mean, makes sense. Pikachu's electric, and you're in a water type gym.
Yes, that's true.
Wait,
What
can
you
they
should
do
do-
that?
Except the problem is the Frogadier keeps changing its type because of the attack it uses.
Well, I was gonna say like just use electric first. Pikachu's quick, so it should be able to get in.
So Misty's faking out. She faked out the whole thing. Oh.
It'd be funny if you just threw your Pikachu in the water.
The electricity would be far more effective that way. You were overwhelmed by your defeat. Okay, that's like the 4th time we lost to Misty because we lost 3 times on the last stream.
Damn.
All right.
Did she just rob you?
Now, JC Armitage says he likes Pokemon Legends. Shadow Warden 99, hello to you. All right. And to remind everyone also, in Pokemon Radical Red, you cannot use items during battle.
Oh wow.
That's
Yeah, I still don't get that part, but that's just me.
Really?
All right. We're going to go ahead and do some battles. Hopefully see if we can level up just a little bit more.
Grind a little bit. Yeah.
Yes. The Nugget Bridge.
that sounds funny. Hey, I have a question. Did anybody else get Did anybody else get the stimulus money? Because I didn't get anything.
Nope. I
Not
haven't
yet.
gotten any of the Biden bucks. Nope.
Shame. I mean, I was hoping to buy a 3D printer before the collapse.
Well,
Yeah,
at least if
to-
you're going
to
to
be
invest
perfectly
in
honest.
something worthwhile.
Yeah.
To be perfectly honest, I would really have preferred right from the beginning that, you know, if they had not done the whole stimulus thing and not done the whole lockdown thing and not done the whole mask thing and instead just gotten rid of taxation altogether and just let people, you know, have their own money. You know,
Except you
know.
forgot one major You forgot one major thing.
Okay.
These people like control. These people like to control other people.
Yes, I know.
True.
So that's
again,
not-
I fully recognize that that's just horribly wishful thinking on my part, but seriously, I would have preferred that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think again, I've talked about this a lot before, so those of you who've been in my channel for a while probably sound like a broken record. But the longer they manage to stave off the collapse of the U.S. dollar, the worse it is going to be when it finally happens. And printing an additional $1.9 trillion, in addition, as people are going to start coming out of the woodwork and spending more than they have been, so since even Biden has had to admit that the pandemic is now almost over, or he's going to have to admit it's over, if he's to take credit for putting an end to it, when all that money comes flooding back into the economy, ooh, it's going to be, the inflation's going to be rough. And when people
the inflation is going to be horrible.
When it gets to the point that people are going to have to pay like $5 for a gallon of gas or, you know, $10 for a gallon of milk, there's going to be rioting in the streets.
That's why I want a 3D printer. So when that happens, I'm prepared.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not telling you what I'm doing with a 3D printer. I'll just let you guys imagine what I would do with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to tell people at work.
I know exactly what I'd do with a 3D printer. I know exactly what I would do.
I just hope I could find ammo. That's all I'm going to say.
Ammo, firearms, yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Guns and ammo. That's exactly what I would use it for.
Hey, government, while your money printer is going burr, my 3D printer is going burr.
Well put. Well
No,
put.
JC Armitage
like
just pointed out in the chat that martial law in Washington, D.C., the National Guard's been occupying D.C. ever since the inauguration. And yes,
wow.
I believe
Yep,
it's
that is
strategically
accurate.
placed so that when the rioting starts, they've already got it in place.
Yeah. I mean, anybody who's done any sorts of history towards inflation can tell that this is not going to end well.
No.
Question is, actually, I was looking at this video from this guy named Jake Tran. He does all sorts of business, entrepreneurship and stuff. And he actually broke down why we have not seen rapid inflation just yet. It's simply because of the lockdowns, ironically enough. As soon as those are lifted, everything else will be jacked up. So, in fact, I'm going to try to see if I can find the video real quick.
Well, I mean,
I'll put it in Discord.
I mean, my opinion, I would have to agree. I'd say my opinion is because all the money the Fed's been printing during the lockdown, since we are locked down, it's all been going into the stock market, vice the actual commodities markets. And now, like, there are more and more people. I talked about in the last stream I did. There are more and more people that have made their career like trading stocks on Robinhood, and they think they're making all this. Well, I shouldn't say they think, they are making all this money, and they think this is so awesome. I can just trade stocks on Robinhood and I don't have to work. All the while not realizing the only reason those stocks are so valuable is because everyone's buying them, all with the intention of selling them when this is over and then spending the money. The moment everyone sells at once, that's when the bubble pops. Everyone realizes no one really wanted the stocks for the sake of the stocks. They wanted it so they could cash in later. When everyone sells at once, the value goes way down. When they realize they can't buy any of the things they thought they were going to buy, that's when people realize the money is only valuable in as much as it represents real goods and services that are available in the economy. And it does not. The thing that's going to trigger that and make people realize that is when the lockdowns are done and they actually come out to buy stuff and realize it's not there.
Yeah, that's basically what he said.
Yeah, and it's going to suck for a shit ton of people, not going to lie.
Hey, it's in your Discord under the economics tab.
All right, awesome.
Nice.
Yeah,
watching, if you're not yet in my Discord,
I'm very,
you should
very
be.
sad to say that there's going to be a lot of people that are going to come out of the woodworks, like you said, 2 cents, and yeah, they're quickly going to realize that this whole thing was doomed to failure.
Mm-hmm. And I gotta say, it's unfortunate, but I do have to agree with Peter Schiff. Bitcoin is in a bubble. Now, I'm going to qualify that. I am, unlike Peter Schiff, I am a supporter of cryptocurrency. I think because of its utility, it has great potential to function as real money in a true free market. However, the reason I say Bitcoin is in a bubble is because despite the fact that the price of Bitcoin is so high, the majority of investors, I do not believe, are buying Bitcoin so that they can spend it and use it as currency. They're buying Bitcoin because they want to then, like with the stocks, they want to sell it later for US dollars. And when everyone sells, the price is going to plummet.
All I can say is that I for one welcome the collapse of the stock market. Let it all fall down, and then I'm going to buy as much as I can for cheap. and then when I'm old, sell it all.
Well, the truth is, amidst any financial crisis, if you invest smartly, you can actually become very wealthy. More people became millionaires during the Great Depression than any other time in U.S. history.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to prepare.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much like what Trent was doing. The guy had sent in the economics tab. That's pretty much what he was doing. I mean, I was already planning on doing that beforehand because I was already looking into just stocks, which ones are gonna fall, how everything's gonna play out if the lockdowns continue. Well, continue and then let up and everything just falls. I made no sense with that.
Admittedly, all my life, I've always been one to very closely follow what's going on in the news and politics. Over the past year or so, I have utterly lost interest, but I will say, Donald Trump was a hilarious president because of all the stuff he said. Joe Biden is a hilarious president because of all the stuff he doesn't say.
Yeah.
I lovingly refer to Joe Biden as the dementia patient in chief.
I'd actually laugh a bit more about that if the dementia patient in chief didn't have authority to just send ATF agents and swap me.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing that's stopping me from laughing. Like, oh God.
I have a sneaking suspicion when Biden finally does give a press conference, it's going to be to announce that he's stepping down and Harris is taking over. Or for his doctor to state that he's been declared incompetent and Harris is taking over.
More than likely.
Yeah, neither of those scenarios would surprise me at all. Like, at all.
It's actually funny. Speaking of Biden and the ATF, I actually ran into somebody online who was unironically supporting the ATF.
Oh, wow.
They actually said there's no proof the ATF burned those people at Waco.
Oh, my God.
Really? No proof. Oh, boy.
Wow.
Oh, God.
I told him we were watching it all happen. And the moment they told the news to cut off the cameras, all of a sudden the place burns down. Oh, geez.
Mm-hmm.
How did that one work out?
Imagine that. Yeah, no proof.
And then they called me sore loser because I'm mad Trump lost. I don't care and two, yeah, I really just don't care.
All right. Jonathan O just put in the chat, thoughts on Texas power outage that happened a while ago? Texans are demanding more regulation. Of course they are. Because anytime anything bad happens, people demand the government fix it, all the while not realizing, one, the problem was caused by the government, and two, if you give the government more leeway to fix it, they're just going to make it worse.
Yeah,
Thank
my home
you.
state's not
Thank
the
you.
most logical with
God,
that.
I'm so glad
Yes.
someone other than me
They
said
don't
that.
understand.
Thank you, 2 cents.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm going to
most-
say I don't always agree with Dan Crenshaw, who's the congressman from Texas, but I thought his assessment of that whole situation was very good. He basically pointed out that Texas has for years now been subsidizing wind and solar energy in an effort to be well, not just Texas, but the federal government's been subsidizing wind and solar energy. As a result, Texas power grid was at least 20% of it was dependent on wind and solar energy, which, despite being greener, are notoriously unreliable, especially during times of bad weather. And when Texas encounters this 100-year storm, the power grid could not sustain itself, given the fact that 20% of the source was unable to function. So,
Right.
so it's government interference. The free market never would have selected that much wind and solar energy. It's only because of government subsidies that it got to be that much. And now they want more of it. Yeah, government intervention caused this, and more government intervention is going to make it worse. That is the story of government.
Yeah,
Yeah,
people in my
very
home
well
state
said,
aren't.
2 cents.
They aren't
Very
the.
well said.
They never really think things through about like. Wait a second. Didn't we already try this? Like, for instance, the whole mask mandate. They were demanding for a mask mandate while at the same time saying gay cap.
Yeah, go figure that one out.
What's funny, from what I've heard about Texas, so the Texas governor has removed the mask mandate, which, hey, good on him. But from what I understand, and Mikhail, you're in Texas, you can comment on this. Most private businesses are still forcing people to wear masks anyways. So
Yes, from my perspective, that's absolutely correct.
So it just goes to show private businesses can do it. Like, there was never any need for a mask mandate. If a private business wants to say you have to wear a mask to be in our business, fine.
That's basically what I was telling them in my personal life. Like, hey, look, we don't need the mask mandate. If masks were necessary, this is what say it. Say you need to wear the mask. If people wear a mask.
Yes,
You don't need the police.
Need for mommy government to impose her will upon everyone else when they would have basically probably done the same thing all on their own, and it probably would have worked out a lot better. Just saying.
I mean, I have no problem wearing a mask if a store tells me to do so. I have the issue with the government telling me to because they can actually people to come and kill me.
Absolutely, I totally agree with you there, dude.
Here's the thing.
If the store asks me, hey, can you put on a mask to do business with us? Okay, no problem. If mommy government tries to coerce me, well, okay. What? No, you're out of your mind.
Well, the big reason that a lot of businesses, the only real big reason that a lot of businesses were actually doing that in the first place is like here where I live in Boise, Idaho, the local governments were basically saying you're going to force people to wear the masks inside your stores or else we're going to shut you down and slap you with a huge fine. And so a lot of the reason for that was in itself government coercion. So, I mean, yeah, make of that what you will.
This is true. This is absolutely true.
Jonathan O says that Solo sounds kind of like Ben Shapiro. I don't know whether that's a compliment or an insult, but
okay.
Yeah.
I didn't get that vibe, but what do I know?
I kind of feel like, I used to watch Ben Shapiro a lot, so that might have been the reason why.
Okay. Hey, love him or hate him, Shapiro's a smart guy, so I'd go ahead and take it as a compliment.
Yes, he's very intelligent. I don't agree with him on a number of things, but that's just me.
Okay, folks, let's go to the rice fields. I don't know, I just have to quote Freedom Tunes for that one. That was like wait, how is my Ben Shapiro voice? Okay, folks, my wife's a doctor. Now let's go to our sponsor, Birch Gold.
The Birch Gold, yeah, and all his advertisements.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that's actually pretty good.
I'll admit, I do use Dollar Shave Club.
I've never used them. Are they any good?
Personally, I like them. It's the shave butter in particular they use is, I like the post shave feel.
Nice. I might have to give them a try.
I mean, and I'm not being sponsored to say that or nothing. I mean, Dollar Shave Club, if you happen to be watching this, I'll happily, if you'd like to sponsor me, I'd happily give you guys shout outs, but.
Oh man, actually, I'm looking.
Have to give them a try. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, it's Dollar Shave Club. Their razors and their shave butter. I mean, they give shampoo and a bunch of other stuff, which I also use. It's good, but in particular, I prefer Shave Club shave butter to regular shaving cream.
Okay, I don't shave a lot, so there's no need for me to shave too often, so I won't know too much about it. All I know is a razor and the foam shaving cream. And that's pretty much my knowledge when it comes to shaving.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's actually funny. I was looking at this meme. I'll put it in the Discord later, but it was a Meghan and Harry meme, and it was about. Okay, I'm just going to quote the meme. Harry's adjusting great to America, and then it just has Harry in full that event with the B and the O and the O and the G. Just saying moons out, goons out. Him getting ready for that event, and I'm just like, I have to look at it and just question, like, didn't you make him get rid of all his guns and abandon his family?
Mr. Merchant asks, are any of you guys going to give Mikhail a home to live in? I suppose then he'd no longer be Mikhail the stray cat, just Mikhail the house cat.
You're free to come up. You're free to come to my new place. I mean, I'm not in Texas anymore, so.
You know, I would offer Mikhail the stray cat a home, but I'm pretty sure that my own cat Adele would not like that. So.
I don't blame
you.
I don't blame you.
Jonathan O asked, what's your favorite Pokemon type? And I see JC Armitage answered Steel and Fire. Mine, Dragon is mine. If I were a real Pokemon trainer, I'd be like Lance the Dragon Master. I'd wear a cape and fly around on my Dragon Pokemon and do a lot of cool stuff.
I could go with that.
But now that I think about it, if I were a Pokemon trainer, I'd probably specialize in fire types. But I would have like at least half my team knowing Solar Beam.
Ghost and Psychic types are mine.
Because I can't see me having a team without Charizard or Infernape.
Mega Charizard X is still the most BA looking Pokemon they've yet done, in my opinion.
That's why I have Charizard on the team.
Yes, that's why Mega Charizard
That and
X.
nostalgia.
If you look at my channel art, I got right now I have the planet background. I just picked that because it's cool. I got myself, I got a beautiful girl, and I got a Mega Charizard X. Represents all the things, my 2 cents, that make my 2 cents great.
Yeah. If I had to pick a specific type, personally, I'd probably go with either water or electric. If I had to pick one.
All right, Misty, we're going to put Pikachu up front this time. Paralyze your stupid Frogadier and see if we can win this.
Thank you for
now. All we have to do is beat Misty, the water type champion, and we're gonna make my 2 cents great again.
Indeed, we shall. All right, Pikachu, use Quick Attack just because I know that's gonna move first.
All
right,
I don't like the look of this Ice Punch.
No, but it's gonna make itself an Ice type. Okay, so he feints Pikachu, which makes himself paralyzed. Now we're going to send Machop out, and hopefully with it being paralyzed, Machop moves first. We can finally get rid of this thing. Alright, Machop. What? It's paralyzed and it still moves first?
What?
Have you ever played a Pokemon game before?
Well, if it's paralyzed, the other Pokemon's supposed to be
yeah!
Look, here goes the thing when it comes to stats effects. Particularly paralyzed. When you are paralyzed, your Pokemon can't move. When your opponent's paralyzed, they can run a marathon.
Yeah, exactly.
I still find the bullshit that you can't use any potions.
All right, Gloom, take care of this stupid float, Soul.
Oh yeah, well, not really new, but I found an anime that bashed the ATF. Like the entire premise is they're just bashing the ATF.
Oh yes, yes, Gloom managed to poison this thing with the Starmie poison. Perhaps we can win.
Yes.
All right then.
Way to go, Gloom, you did it.
Yeah, cue Ron Paul. It's happening.
Oh, and Mega Drain, perhaps we can restore our health. Sort of. I feel like we're still within the KO range, but we got some health back. And Gloom flinched.
Ouchies.
Alright.
Like a
Well,
cherry
the
tap.
good news, Starmie is paralyzed.
I thought Stormy was poisoned.
Excuse me, poisoned, you're correct.
I know I looked away for a second, but...
Alright. See what we can do here. Corvus Squire, you got it in you? Ah, come on. So close.
Oh no.
Yeah, I feel like we're doing better this time around. But I don't think we're still not quite there yet.
For a split second, I thought I said temple, not temple. Temple. Ooh. I got a
Not quite there
bad
yet.
feeling about this.
Yes. Thanks, Han Solo.
You know what's actually funny? That part of my name was completely coincidental. Because my first name is just Solomon, so Solo is short for Solomon.
We did better, but alas, we were overwhelmed by defeat yet again.
And then she robbed you.
Jonathan O says, my 2 cents. If you could bring anyone in history back to life, who would it be? All right, that is tough because there are a lot of historical people I would love to talk to. However, I'm going to go with Thomas Jefferson. Just because, one, of all the founding fathers, Jefferson was by far the closest to an anarcho-capitalist. I believe in today's day and age, he would be classified as an anarcho-capitalist, and I'd love to really stick it to some of these politicians who say, the Constitution this, the Constitution that, the founding fathers this. I'd love to bring Jefferson back from the grave and have him school them on what he really taught.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, it would be a very, very difficult coin toss between Jefferson or Socrates. That's just me, though.
Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher. I'd love to have a chat with him.
For me, it's a tie between a couple of ties. Marcus Aurelius, Aurelian. Let's see who else. I also want to talk to Thomas Aquinas, so there's that. I guess Thomas Jefferson also.
I would love to have a pint with Aquinas, as they say. Spooner or Conkin, says J.C. Armitage.
For me, it would be a coin toss. It would either be Samuel Conkin III or Nikola Tesla.
Okay. The guy who is actually responsible for everything accredited to
Ooh, good
Edison.
choice. Tesla would actually be an excellent option.
I feel so bad for Tesla. Like, virtually everything Edison is accredited with is really Tesla.
Blue Shark says Sun Tzu.
The Chinese general, also definitely a genius. We talked about him on the last stream.
I mean, his stats are still being used today, so...
Indeed.
You know what I want?
He knew far more about warfare than our military leaders and generals and politicians do. That's for sure.
True.
He understood that no nation can possibly prosper from prolonged warfare.
Something that I think they put the dementia patient in charge just so they can get back to. I mean, don't get me wrong, Trump was no angel. I mean, bombing everywhere, but at least been starting anything else with actual boots.
Yeah, here's what's funny. Y'all hear anything about the current controversy? How like the U.S. military is calling out Tucker Carlson?
Oh yeah,
because on his show he said
Yep.
he's talking about the fact he's like we're facing an existential threat. Chinese military or their Chinese Navy in particular is now larger than the U.S. Navy, and a number of leaked military exercises show that the Air Force has run a number of war games that basically show if the U.S. and China went into full-scale war, China would win. And meanwhile, the Department of Defense is focused on like new uniforms for pregnant women and other stuff. And then the military came out and was like, Tucker Carlson never served a day in the military. Well, yeah, maybe he didn't. Doesn't mean he can't recognize that if the Chinese military is focused on winning wars and the U.S. military is focused on giving gender transition surgeries and getting pregnant women uniforms, one's probably going to beat the other, and then no one's going to care.
Yeah, you don't have to be a 4-star general to figure out that. That's kind of cut and dry. I'm just saying. You don't have to be a military genius, like, at all.
Not at all.
you know, be interesting. Having Sun Tzu, Aurelia, and what was it? General President Grant in like the same war room. Like, imagine all three were like on the same war side. I just want to know what would their war strategies be like.
Brian Sanders says, who do the movies make it seem like legendary Pokemon like Lugia and legendary birds are supposed to be one of a kind, but the Galar region has its own legendary bird trio? Indeed, because...
Multiverse.
Yeah. Either multiverse or they just make it seem that way. Tinseltown Queen says, good evening, everyone. Good evening to you as well.
I would chalk the legendary Pokemon collection up to just multiverse. Every universe has its own different rules, but most of the times it's just copies of the same universe. Like, for instance, one universe, you could have Red from Pallet Town, but he's just named Ash in this universe. But it's still the exact same Red from Pallet Town.
I too am glad my wife-to-be has made it to the stream. Hello, baby girl.
And indeed,
oh yeah, congrats to you.
We talked about it on a previous stream, but congrats to Night Shift 10,000 Tinseltown Queen on their impending nuptials. How's the planning process for that going?
It's going pretty well. We're planning for it to be about next year, summertime of next year.
Well, congrats to you guys, nonetheless.
Thank you. We are very happy with what's going on.
I'll say I've been to a lot of weddings. The food's never any good, but there's sometimes an open bar, so, it balances out.
Yes, open bars are awesome. I love that.
I'm just gonna say for the record, I know there's probably not a bride alive who would let this happen, but the food at most weddings is gross. Why don't they just order pizza or something like that?
Your guess it's good as mine.
Now, not that I particularly blame it for being gross. I know they can't afford to give everyone ribeye steaks or nothing. You gotta have something that looks nice but is cheap. But still, it's like, wouldn't everyone be happier if you just like serve pizza or something else like that?
Actually, interestingly
if it were
enough,
up to me, that's exactly what the menu would be: pizza, beer, and maybe an open bar. But then again, I'm just a stray cat, so that's never gonna happen.
Go ahead,
Catsy Pizza?
Night Shift was chiming in there, and since
okay.
Actually, I don't know if you'd like our wedding very much because we are doing a dry wedding. We're doing a dry wedding where it's like no alcohol is being served except for champagne. Except for champagne for the toasts. And It's going to be a grilled cheese bar. It's actually going the food we're going with is a grilled cheese bar.
Okay, I can work with that.
I mean, the reason for that is that's literally the first dinner that we had was grilled cheese and tomato soup together. So,
so it has sentimental meaning.
Yep.
That's good for you, man. Good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As always, my only opinion is you do you, man.
And enjoy it.
JC Armitage said, Tinseltown Queen says good food is one of the top priorities, which is good for both of you. JC Armitage says I'd certainly be content with pizza being the food at the wedding.
What was I looking for? It's actually fun. I found a Pokemon meme that is pretty. That just brought up multiverse again. At least it made me think of the multiverse.
Well, here's a question. Speaking of Pokemon Multiverse, has anyone watched that Netflix series where they basically redo the Pokemon universe with Ash and all the new Pokemon? I haven't, and I don't have Netflix.
I have not.
I've heard things about it.
I saw they did the first Pokemon movie in 3D on Netflix a while ago.
Okay.
I only saw the first 15 minutes, and I just stopped because it was too weird. Let's see, where is it?
Wait a minute. I thought Ash actually traveled to an alternate universe in the series once.
I think he might have. I don't know. There's been a lot of movies.
Yeah, there's been a lot of movies.
One movie a year?
For a while there. Because I still remember being a kid going to the theater. There was Pokemon the first movie, Pokemon 2000, Unknown one, and I think that was
Pokemon
the last one
3,
that was actually in theaters.
Mm-hmm. And I'm still of the opinion that Pokemon 3 was the best Pokemon movie ever.
That was one when he went back in time with the kid Professor Oak, right?
No, that was 4.
That was 4, yeah, but that
Pokemon Forever.
I did not see in theaters. Mm-hmm. Tinseltown Queen asks, thoughts on Detective Pikachu? I really enjoyed that movie. I thought Ryan Reynolds was the perfect choice for Pikachu.
Yeah. I have not got to it, but I do have to say my initial thoughts on it was just I expect Pikachu to split an F-bomb.
We all did, honestly. In fact, no, interestingly enough, I mean, that's why I thought Ryan Reynolds was so good for it, is because I've actually seen artwork of Deadpool Pikachu.
Yes, I've seen the same.
Wait, does Pikachu curse in the movie?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it was rated PG, right?
I mean, you're allowed to say mild ones. If it was PG-13, he was allowed one F-bomb.
Mm-hmm. Okay, or was it PG-13? Okay, I guess you can say one F-bomb per PG-13. Yeah, seeing as Pokemon they still want kids to be able to see it, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't do that. But
yeah.
I mean, Star Wars did it. I mean, how do you have a PG-13 movie with Samuel Jackson and you don't split the F-bomb?
I know, right? Well, I mean, he was in the Star Wars movies. He was in the Star Wars prequels, and he never dropped an F-bomb. I was thinking,
I know that was a missed opportunity, especially because Revenge of the Sith was PG-13. You were allowed one.
Mm-hmm.
Blast! There goes Matchup.
How do you evolve your Machop again?
I'm sorry?
I was asking, how do you evolve Machop again?
It evolves into Machoke at some point. I forget what level exactly. And then originally you had to trade Machoke to make it Machamp, but since this is a ROM hack, I'm told there are no trade evolutions. So I'm guessing it'll just...
Okay, I looked it up. Level 28.
If someone wants to Google Radical Red, how do you get Machamp, we'll figure it out.
I'll do it.
Tinseltown Queen says Detective Pikachu did say hell. Which hell isn't necessarily a curse word. I mean, in the right context, it kind of is, but... I don't know a pastor alive who hasn't used the word hell at some point, and as pastors certainly don't swear in church. All right,
Okay,
Tinseltown
I
Queen
can't
says
find anything.
Revenge of the Sith was messed up. I still remember seeing Anakin getting burned alive. Okay, I'm going to say this. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Despite how people hate on the prequels, I did actually find them entertaining. There's just one thing that I will never get past. That's that Hayden Christensen is a horrible actor. And in episode 2, when Natalie Portman tells him, I truly, deeply love you, it's like, why? He's an idiot.
Yeah.
To be fair,
literally-
he was.
He literally makes romantic conversation by talking about sand. What the hell? Ugh.
And
You
it's
expect him to know any better? He was a slave, and then he was supposed to be. Well, he can't have romantic relationships afterwards. You expect him to know any better?
You know, if you read the script for that scene, there is a sense in which you could say it's romantic. There is, heck, even said in the right tone, it could be erotic. But no, when Hayden Christensen says it, it just sounds stupid.
I remember. Oh yeah, speaking of Jedi and romance, did you guys know that Jedi were actually allowed to fuck? They weren't allowed to stay around. So pretty
Well,
much,
they can't have attachments, but I guess sex. I don't see where that's specifically forbidden.
so pretty much, Anakin. The only problem with Anakin was that he didn't leave out for death sticks.
Wait, say that again.
The only problem with Anakin is he didn't leave Padme after he didn't bounce. He didn't leave. He didn't leave for death sticks.
Death sticks. Oh, death sticks.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
episode 2. You want to buy some death sticks?
You want to go home and rethink your life. That'd be funny if you actually did that though.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. All Jedi are forbidden from having attachments, but if you go beyond the movies, read the books, watch the Clone Wars, you find out that practically every Jedi has broken that rule at some point. Qui-Gon had a relationship with another female Jedi. If you read the series about him and Obi-Wan beforehand, I know. I only recently started watching the Clone Wars, and it turns out Obi-Wan had a thing with the Queen of Mandalore. Yoda possibly had a thing with Yaddle, since everyone still wants to know where Grogu came from in The Mandalorian.
Oh yeah, to answer the question about Machamp, I can't find it.
Okay.
No.
JC Armitage says, is it just me, or does anyone else skip the romance parts of Attack of the Clones, which is like half the movie, to get to the not sucky parts quicker? No, it's not just you. Now, granted, in my very
Lego Star Wars did that.
Yeah.
In Natalie Portman's Feminist Fail, which is to date still my most popular video on YouTube, I admit when I was a kid, I thought she was so hot in that movie, and she was. So I didn't skip the parts back then. Of course, I was dumb and I was young enough that the stupidity didn't really get to me, but now I can't stomach it.
Oh yeah, I was also going to mention that. Turns out one of the clones got a Jedi Padawan pregnant.
One of the clones got a... Really? Is that in one...
I don't know if it's canon or not anymore, but I don't know if it's still canon or not. But yeah, yeah, that was perfectly okay by the Jedi Order.
Very well.
I thought they sterilized the clones.
Nope. I mean, they tried, but they realized that you can't really get a man to do what he needs to do if he's sterilized.
Okay. Yeah,
So,
that makes sense, actually.
but at the same time, the clones were told to keep away from the civilians and the populace because last thing you need is, 2 million copies of Jango Fett boning everything that walks.
Yeah.
Who was it was it Chuck Norris, or there's like one of those movies where some guy says any man who ever did anything great was just trying to impress some piece of ass?
I don't know who said that, but it's pretty accurate.
It is.
Tinseltown Queen says attracted to a feminist for shame. Indeed, shameful it was. No, granted, at the time, I didn't know she was a raging feminist at the time. I was like 12.
Well, to be fair, female celebrities tend to be the whatchamacallit.
Yeah, they're the only exception to the rule that feminists are fat and ugly.
Yeah. And sometimes they still mess that one up.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you just kept your mouth shut, you would be so hot, but then you open it and it's like, ugh.
And crap like this is exactly why Trojan is my friend.
Okay, Machop is now level 25. We'll see if that's enough to actually KO the stupid Frogadier. We might be able to win this. So let's give Misty a try again.
The rule is don't stick your dick in crazy, or at least if you do, at least wear protection and don't give your real name.
Also,
protection and real name, absolutely. Night Shift, you do realize that basically 95% of the entire planet has gone crazy. You know that, right?
Well, no. I don't mean like the normal kind of crazy that humanity is. I'm just saying like, you know, that special kind of crazy, like, you know, we the people.
Yes,
yeah.
and I avoid them like the plague. Thank God.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mikhail, you said Trojan is your friend. I will give you a shout out every video for the next 10 videos if you sing the Trojan Man theme song.
Trojan Man.
I cannot take Trojan seriously.
Wait. Tinseltown Queen. Is
there you go.
That's not the whole theme, but okay.
Hey, what do you want from me? That's all I got.
Okay. Now, the funny thing about the Trojan commercials is that that Trojan Man is not the kind of guy you'd think they'd want to like make the face of Trojan condoms, but
yeah, you are not wrong there.
Well, maybe.
But it is what it is.
I don't know. I'm thinking of the history of Troy, and if you think of Aeneas, then yeah, maybe. I mean, Aeneas was the last of the true Trojans, and he kind of went around.
Oh, damn! Nice.
Darn it! Still
you're
not
not wrong, Solo. You're not wrong.
Oh, damn!
I thought it would maybe be enough for us to KO it, but not enough.
That didn't work.
So close.
Still an
she
ice
got
type.
Pikachu.
Still an ice type. I withdrew it. I'd only hopes that it was so long as it remains an ice type. If Charmeleon could get a fire type attack, that would finish it off. But
how do we?
Oh,
and of course, my fiance asks, "How do we go from Pokemon to condoms?"
Because that's just how these streams go.
Exactly.
It was because Mikhail said Trojan is his friend, which made me
to
think
be
of
fair,
Trojan Man.
Why is it always my fault when things go weird?
Hey, if it makes you feel any better, Pokemon and condoms are the two opposite things. Condoms are trying to stop you from catching them all.
Oh
my God! Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
God,
that's
I've
good.
got to start using that. That is golden.
Come on, Mega Drain, work.
I think we
Work,
can do
you
it. We
son
can kill
bitch.
this Floatzel.
What?
And Floatzel dies. Yay.
Thank you.
I don't know if you could stay in that. Okay, it dies. And you get some health off of it.
There we go.
All right.
Now,
you
if
got
we
rid
can
of the Floatzel.
if we can successfully poison that Starmie again, maybe we can win. Do I want to teach my Timple Uproar? Let's see. Yeah, it's got 90 base power.
What does Upward do again?
You kind of crazy.
It's just a normal type attack. Wait. Yeah, it's a normal type attack with 90 base power. I would say let's give it, except I still like Supersonic because I like to confuse things if necessary. And it's a normal type attack, so no, we're not going to get it yet.
Yeah, to something. Okay, so the senpai I worship kind of crazy. I don't know, honestly. I responded to the comments. I don't know if there's a song about that. Oh, shit. Wow.
All right, Pikachu, it's up to you.
Come
Electro
on.
Ball.
Hey, I have a question.
Yes, go
What do
ahead.
you what do you guys have left for St. Patrick's Day?
Well, it is St. Patty's Day. I'm thinking a juicy steak, some Guinness, and a cigar.
Me probably. I need to run to the grocery store, get some Guinness, and then I'm gonna watch Boondock Saints, my favorite movie.
1 and 2.
Yes. Favorite movies. Well, 2's all right.
And
Most definitely my
shepherds we
favorite.
shall be for thee, my lord, for thee.
Power hath descended from thy hand, that we shall swiftly carry out thy
Oh,
command.
come on.
We will
Whatever.
flow river
Oh,
of souls to thee.
thee.
No, we will flow river
Oh,
to
river
thee.
thee.
Soul shall it ever be.
En nombre Padre, et Filii, et Spiritus
Spiritus
Sancti.
Sancti.
Oh man, I miss being in Boston for St. Patrick's Day.
Mhm.
JC Armitage says Trojan is kind of a bad name for a condom because a Trojan horse, what the condom is named after, was a nasty surprise hiding within a pleasant gift.
Actually,
I'm so
it
glad
can
somebody
be.
other than me finally.
J-
figured
hey.
it out.
JC, one thing you should remember about Trojan, last of the Trojans was Aeneas. Last of the Trojans, first of the Romans. Aeneas had to, well, part of his thing, he had to pleasure the Queen of Carthage every night for a year. So, of course, the Trojan man had to rise to the occasion.
So
And then he left.
Will we ever beat Misty? I don't know. She's pretty tough.
And maybe next time. Oh yeah, but, you can evolve your Machop once you get to level 28.
28? Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know if you want to do
See if we
on-screen
can-
grinding, but
We'll see if we can grind that long before this stream is over.
damn.
Otherwise, it's going to take us a full 3 streams to finally beat Misty. This game is hard. Whoever created this ROM hack, if you happen to be watching this, your game is tough. Good job.
Your game is tough. Good job. Now go find your jacuzzi of barbed wire in hell.
hey, I have a question.
Yes.
If your parachute fails, is it appropriate to say you have the rest of your life to figure it out?
Yeah,
I guess
sort
so.
of. Yeah.
I guess so. I read the testimony once of a person whose parachute failed and how they managed to fix the situation. You know, and it's interesting because it's written in his memoirs, and it takes him like 30 pages to describe what he did, but everything actually transpired in like 15 seconds.
Oh, wow. We lost Mikhail.
No, we did lose Mikhail. We'll see if he makes
Stray
it back.
cat is
Was there some fish outside?
I don't know. Maybe some birds.
I don't know what do cats do. All about cats is
In an
from
ideal
lions.
world, cats control the mouse population.
Mm-hmm.
I am a dog lover, not a cat lover, but admittedly, the one thing strays are good for is they help keep the mice population down.
Yeah, that's true.
It's actually funny. When I used to have a dog who liked to kill rats for some reason.
Actually, some dogs were bred to control rodent populations, where cats weren't actually abundantly available. They would breed some dogs to control the rodent populations, and it worked pretty well too.
Are Labrador or Dobermans any one of those breeds? Okay, because I had a lab Doberman mix that kept doing that. He'd kill a rat and he'll just leave it on the patio for me to clean up.
Oh no, okay. So my fiance is basically saying it's the communists. They found us. Run.
All right.
Yeah, they're
All right.
yeah, they're coming up behind us and they're taking us out one by one. Oh shoot.
I'll be right back. Somebody at the door.
All right, no problem.
ATF, open up.
Oh crap.
And yes, the ATF definitely counts as a communist organization, in my opinion.
That it does. And it still boggles me how I found somebody who unironically supports the ATF. Even after they were caught, even after they were told explicitly and shown explicitly, the ATF burned the hostages alive.
Mm-hmm.
And
The communists have nothing better to do than mess with my Pokemon stream. They truly have too much time on their hands.
That means they already won.
Because even while you're playing Pokemon, you're that much of a threat to the commies.
You know what? What would you guys do if a communist revolution actually happened, like right now?
Get my gun and go for broke.
I'd actually do the same, except for I'd leave a spare bullet in my. I'd leave a spare bullet outside, not loaded, and therefore I am surrounded, and I have one. I know I have one bullet left to just make sure they don't get the pleasure of putting me against the wall.
Find a place to hide, let them all kill each other, and then in the aftermath come out.
Actually, that might even be a better option. I don't know. For me, it'd be like, the communists are coming? Ooh, good. Target practice.
Seeing as where I'm at, I actually do have a pretty decent shot of outlasting them. I don't know. I'm out in the middle of. Okay, I don't want to say where I'm at. I'm out in the middle where there's woods. All I have to do is get to Alaska, and I'm safe.
Yeah.
I mean, no commie will come to Alaska. Alaska's hard work.
Exactly.
The cunning warrior does not face his enemies. The cunning warrior gets his enemies to face each other, and then once they've exhausted each other, takes them both out.
Yeah, more than likely the commies would. They get in an argument over what real communism is. Is it like Marxist-Leninism or anarcho-communism? They more than likely just end up killing each other on the whole thing.
I still stand by anarcho-communism as an oxymoron.
You ever read Sum of All Fears by, what's his name? It's Tom Clancy, The Sum of All Fears. Yeah, what's that? The guy, the speech the guy, the Nazi sympathizer gives. He's like, he's like, Hitler had it wrong. You don't fight America and Russia. You get America and Russia to fight each other and destroy each other. And when they are gone, then you rise from the ashes.
Yeah, that's like the best way for them to get through it. Man.
Corvus Glare has reached level 26. That's right, mother plucker.
Yeah, we just gotta get our match up to level 28, become Matt Choke.
You know what's weird about this? Seeing the Pokemon who only the 3D games as 2D sprites.
Exactly.
Like I saw the Skiddo earlier, and that one kind of is like, oh, okay, it took me a minute.
And back to a fighting type. So we'll send Corvus Glare back in.
Will you be able to? Do you think? Oh well. Will you think be able to beat Misty after this, or you're still leveling up?
We are gonna give it one more try before I end the stream. After this, we'll give it one more try, and if we still lose, then we'll end the stream and do a whole nother stream to grind and hopefully beat her next time.
All right.
That stupid Frogadier is what makes her invincible. It keeps changing it changes its type with every attack it uses, and it has 4 different type attacks. Alright, we are at 58 minutes. Let's go heal up, and we will try to beat Misty one more time.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing off screen. I just saw something. It was pretty much somebody just posting out there. I saw something on Instagram. Somebody posting out their timeline of events what happened. They posted a picture of them just saying bomb, a meme saying bomb, TH, then E government. Then they posted a response later. There are federal agents outside my house. I'll wait for them a couple months later to say my case got dropped. I can finally use social media again. There's a story that memes can tell. Oh,
We've
man.
been fluctuating between 6 and 8 viewers, which means at least 6 of our viewers have been watching the entire stream. Thank you all for your support. Stupid Frogadier. Alright.
He must die.
I'm just going to use Quick Attack because I know it'll go first.
Good
And
God.
there goes Pikachu. But at least paralyzed the Frogadier. Alright, Matchup, come on. Can't you KO this thing yet?
Why does Pikachu's stats suck? You think the mascot would have, just decent stats, but no. Not an average stat.
Not until it gets a Raichu does it get decent stats.
Oh, come on. Really?
So close.
Of course,
Yeah, of
Misty's
course.
going to call it back. Of course. God damn it. Come on, you
Whoa,
some
speed
bitch.
fell.
Keep using low sweep because it lowers the speed. And her Pokemon being faster is a major factor here.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm still just impressed with the intelligence of the game shows.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're finding an actual person.
Oh, yeah, that's delicious.
Indeed, Gloom seems to be apart from that Frogadier, Gloom seems to be our key to victory if we can just manage to. There we go.
Poison.
There it is.
And Gloom reaches level 27.
Beautiful.
Oh, it worked.
Can you use Mega Drain on Starmie? Oh, there we go.
Okay, I do not want him taking out my Gloom, so we're gonna sacrifice our. You know what? We're gonna sacrifice our Charmeleon since Misty's Pokemon is strong against it, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Except you use Ice Punch for some reason, which is not very effective against a Fire type.
Well, they was already using Ice Punch before you threw it out. So there's that.
What the?
True.
She withdrew him again. What the heck?
Because she saw the fact that you put a Fire type out.
Mm-hmm.
What the heck? We'll use Growl since we know we're about to get KO'd anyways.
Oh, damn it.
Alright, if we can get our Gloom out and Gloom can manage to poison this, we might have a shot.
I'm getting really bad flashbacks about Starmie and Water Pulse.
Psybeam.
Come on.
Oh, come on, Gloom.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Ah, it avoided the attack. You gotta be kidding me.
Oh, that is bullshit.
Bullshit. Don't you hate bullshit like that?
Alright, we're doomed. Misty is invincible.
Oh, that sucks.
Sad part is you probably could have taken it down if it would have landed.
Yes, if we had managed to poison it, we could have won. But Radical Red, you've outdone yourself. You created an unbeatable game.
Man. Come on. Come on. Damn it.
Good job, Corvusquire. You stole Starmie's berry.
Nice. No, don't know if it'll do any good.
Nah, it won't, but whatever.
No, come on. Hang in there. Hang in there.
Hey, does anybody still watch the Pokemon anime? At least know what's going on with that thing? Going on with it?
Nah, I lost track after I saw a couple episodes of X, Y, and Z, but that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's around the time I just couldn't keep up with it anymore. Not from lack of trying. I just kind of got busy with school. I was in high school at the time, so.
And
I just
Misty wins.
Well.
You were overwhelmed by your defeat. Yeah, I shouldn't be overwhelmed by it. It's like my 6th loss. I'm pretty sure I'm not overwhelmed this time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I have got to get to bed. But it has been awesome streaming with you guys again. We need to do this more often.
Yeah.
For everyone watching, thanks for sticking with my channel. I assure you, regular videos are coming back. I will be making more content again. I finally am moved. Now, once I can settle with some other stuff I gotta get finished, hopefully I'll get back on a regular content upload schedule. And as always, that is my 2 cents. Take it for what it's worth.